Sobriety Essays number 56, Fixes and Answers. Last Sunday, March the 9th, I heard a man share that AA doesn't fix marriages and doesn't have the answers to all the living problems. And for some reason, that statement upset me. Not because of what I found here, but because what he hasn't found here. I heard, in parentheses, after I got sober for a while, parentheses, that there is no chapter in the big book, The Fix or How to Fix. There is no chapter in the big book called We Have the Solution. But there is a chapter in the big book that says there is a solution. And I was told to put myself in the middle of the solution and I would find my answers. Also, I heard last night that I was getting sober for my kids. Why does that scare the hell out of me? Because I believe unless I get sober for me, I'm not going to stay sober. So to unburden myself, I'm going to write about my feelings and experiences. First of all, I will address the word fix. I never tried to fix my marriage, not even a little bit. I later discovered that I don't have the power to fix something that I couldn't and didn't need to fix. My sponsor suggested at 5 months sober that I contribute to my marriage so that if anything should happen, a divorce, I can walk away with the least amount of guilt and the least amount of resentment. He told me that guilt and resentment would get me drunk. I did not want to get drunk. So I started to contribute to my marriage because I wanted to stay sober. I knew the marriage wasn't going to work. There was no doubt in my mind that the marriage was over with. And I just did not want to drink over it. At 9 months sober, I had what I now call a spiritual awakening. I was coming home from an AA meeting when I had a thought go through my mind. I could not fix my marriage. My marriage was either going to work or it wasn't going to work, and it was God's business, not mine. I just gave that marriage over to God. Two things surprised me. One, first of all, I lost all fear of when we were going to get a divorce. Two, I knew the marriage was not going to work, and I knew it was going to end up in a divorce, yet I lost all fear of when that was going to happen. The other surprise was I did not know that I was working the third step when I gave that marriage to God. 2 weeks before my 1-year AA birthday, that marriage just changed. It was like throwing a light switch. It just changed. I knew that it had changed. I could feel the change. So I never tried to fix it. I could only contribute to it. And how it turned out became God's business, not mine. When I got sober totally for my own benefit. I knew that if I took one more drink, I would die. That simple. At that moment of clarity, I no longer cared about the wife. I didn't care about the material things. I didn't care about the job. I got sober for me. Later, I learned that the way I was raised, or at least my perception of growing up in one area, was that I had to place my family, church, and country ahead of me. They came first. I came second. That I had to be ready to sacrifice my life for those three things. AA taught me I had it back asswards. I had to place myself first. I had to take care of me physically, emotionally, and spiritually, or I was no good to the other three things. I had to live to be of any help to others. So I believe that I put myself into a time-tested solution, and I found my own answers. AA has always led me to many answers that have nothing to do with drinking or not drinking. I have found the solution to my problems have nothing to do with the problem. Life is good. I hope that the other guy finds his solutions and quits trying to fix something that neither doesn't need to be fixed or allows God to make that decision. I feel better just writing this. Thank you. That marriage lasted 51 years before God took her home.